do the same thing every time, muscle memory. See, when I get that down in there, it's maybe that far below the top of the grass, the top of the dirt where the grass connects roots. So now that that's in place, to finish what Bill said, I put my hand on one of the corners, or my thumb, and I just go around the corners first, and I tension it in place. And so here's the ground, I'm hitting at an angle like this, and I'm just pinching that trap into place. And it's done. I'm bedded. Believe me, this is not solid like it would be in the field. But my steel screen now, I can pop that right in place underneath the rivets. And if I run tension, I don't get caught. So then, I already had this out. It's literally that much. And I don't go outside of the trap. I'm only in the trap. I didn't even use that. And what drives people crazy, when I leave, when I walk away, and you can see this if you come up here, I can see the jaws of the trap, I can see the levers, I can see the screen. I don't care. And guess who else doesn't care? I use so little that I'm telling you, a bag of grass full like this could get me probably 60, 70 cents. We all have access to this. You guys as a demographic, no offense, are the cheapest people in the world. So everybody here has yard grass, and everybody has conduit that they could, even if you got to buy it at Home Depot, it's $10 a stick. But everybody knows a plumber or they know an electrician, they can get it, right? So it's correct. So now, I like a little bit of an angle, so when I'm done, I'm going to be like this. Here's my trap, and here's my pipe, and it's going to be about out of the ground, about that far. I'm showing you this because you aren't going to be able to see it from here, okay? So I go in right here. What's that? Lure. I'm hitting a rock. How could there be a rock in here? I guess this is real trapping, huh? I'm going around a rock. There it goes. And when I'm done, I'll lure this thing, but when I'm done, that thing's on, it ain't sticking out of the ground this far. I see the guys on YouTube that do the Zagger pop dream set, and it's sticking out of the ground this tall. I'm like, what is the breather for a gas line? Yeah, what is this thing? Yeah? And I don't look at the pipe as an attractor. Correct. Now in Pennsylvania, where you can't use bones, I tell guys use a white pipe and make it act like a bone, right? Why not? I don't. I want that thing buried. So then when I bait it or lure it, I mean, I'm not shy, but the bait and lure salesmen hate me, because when I bait this once, I'm done, ever. If this trap was in the ground for a month, I wouldn't touch it.
What kind of lure is bait?
This is Bill Nelson's. So I really recommend Mark Zagger's pop dope. He's a chump, is who he is. So when I get this in here, I want it to touch the outside of that pipe. I want it to, you see, I use 1-inch pipe. When I wrote the article, it said 3/4 inch, but this little icing spreader fits right into a 1-inch pipe. So you can't see this, but on top of that pipe, there's chunks of this bait. I want that.
Use a 1-inch pipe.
1-inch pipe, and they're 9 or 10 inches long. Yes.
Hey Mark, got a question for you. You put your levers 6 to 9?
On 6 to 9, you mean 9 to 3? 9 to 3, yeah. Yes.
Earlier you said 6 to 12. Right?
That's in a dirt hole. Dirt hole set. On this one, I picture this guy going and ringing around the rosy. He's still going to be walking through if he comes on the first step, I got him the first step, maybe that works, but I want him to go through it and around it. So, with urine, this is where I usually do my joke, right? Yeah. But this, I won't use real urine, because someone's got me in there. But what I did at Neil Wilson's, Bill and I were up there doing a demo, and he was standing up right next to me, gave me a clear shot. I shot him right here. It looked like he wet his pants first. He had to walk around for 3 hours with a wet spot here.
What he didn't tell you was we had a dirt hole setting contest or a trap setting contest, and I beat him by putting my trap in first and getting it all done.
He had it all done ahead of time. I know I look stupid, but I'm not.
So he squirted me with the bottle.
Well, you
So,
were,
what I try to tell people, when I grew up, and that's why I started using this iced tea. When I grew up, we used to squirt wherever we kneeled. We squirt for human odor. We squirt where we walk. We did it. And guess who was telling us to do it? The guys who sold urine.
Your boots,
Right?
gloves,
Yeah, right.
tools.
So with the pipe, I go right in the hole. I don't want to give a guy something for nothing. I want him to stick his nose in that hole if he wants it, even if he only wants to pee on it. So I go right in the hole. Big squirt, right over that bait. I don't care. They can differentiate those things. So don't squirt it all over the place. Because if the wind's wrong, so let's say I did that. Right? Let's say I did this, and the wind's wrong, and he comes in from your guy's side. He just smelled urine right there. He can lift his leg and pee. He doesn't have to come all the way in. These are things I learned by years of trial and really through snow. Snow is a wonderful teacher, and you can learn a lot by making mistakes. So it's really that easy. And again, that grass stuff smashed down, but this should usually be sticking up kind of like this or like this, and that grass stuff kind of becomes the back end of anything set. I make a gerbil, a pipe, whatever it is. So it's just that simple. Questions?
How do you do that stuff with snow?
Same way, but it depends on how much snow, honestly. But if there's 3 inches of snow, I come in, I sweep it out, find that grass stuff, and do the exact same thing. But I don't cover it back with snow. I leave it. I want it to be a tractor. If it snows again, so be it. But why put 2 or 3 inches of snow back on it? There's another one here.
Yeah, are you cross staking or are you using?
Cable stick. Yeah. The question is, do I use rebar or